famous KJAG Radio broadcast. We are going to go to our first guest of the day. It is James Gibson. He is going to join us live. Big program. Get a hold of us online over there at Jaguar. James
Hello?
Gibson, how are you, my friend? It's James Lowe giving you a call for your radio interview. How are you, sir?
I'm well, sir. This is honor. First, let me send my condolences to you and your family. My team had told me a couple of days ago that someone had passed. I'm not quite sure all the details, but I want to send my condolences on the behalf of the 3Z Music Studios here.
Well, thank you for that, my friend. We have got a great guest with us today. James Gibson joins us. He is live with us here on our big broadcast, and James was sentenced to life imprisonment after being wrongfully convicted of murder. James fought for his release, and following a lengthy battle in the courts, he was completely exonerated. And since his release, he has sought to help others, and he has worked to channel positively through the creativity of music and has created the beautifully fantastic track, Mama, Can You Hear Me? And James joins us live here on our big program. So, James, talk to us a little bit about this case and being exonerated and everything, my friend. It's quite the journey.
Wow. First of all, I just want to take a moment out and thank everybody. I want to thank everybody around the nation, around the world, man, that's been streaming my new song, Mama, Can You Hear Me? In collaboration with 3Z Music Studios and these young people, my nephew, Terry, and his partner, you know what I'm saying? They put together this young group of young people to help me write this song and sing this song. You know, this is April, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is month of April. I was released in the month of April, 2019. My mother's birthday is April the 15th. My mother passed away April the 1st in 2001 or 2002, I think it is. I don't want to be wrong about those dates because I'm still dealing with that matter. But it's been 4 years now I've been back on the land. And so April is very important for me, and it's very special to me. And I'm having this international radio interview about my song breaking the charts like this. I am so overwhelmed, man, to be honored here, even to be talking about my song on this platform.
So you have got a incredible music background. Talk to us a little bit about your music background.
Well, how can I explain this to the public? I've been talking to myself for 50 years.
Okay.
And I'm having a little interference right here.
No. You're good. You're good. Keep talking, my friend. We love every moment of this. Tell us all about it.
My mother couldn't hear. You know what I'm saying? My mother never heard any of her kids' voice, and I'm the youngest. And so I used to just talk to myself and write songs and write letters to myself as if I was talking to my mother. And when they took me in 1989 and false imprisoned me and malicious prosecution me and tortured me and put me in prison, I couldn't talk to my mother. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't go to the phone and pick up the phone and say, hey, how you doing? Or this what happened today with me. So I used to just write letters to myself. And I used to watch other people talk on the phone, and I would imagine what they would be saying to their mother or their father or their cousin or their brother. And I just used to just write letters to myself.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We have got a great guest with us today. James Gibson joins us. Check out his incredible website, the letter I, the letter M, jamesgibson.com. That's the letter I, the letter M, jamesgibson.com. I'm jamesgibson.com. And he joins us today here on our incredible big program. We're talking about the song Mama, Can You Hear Me? It is a fantastic track. So tell me a little bit about your writing process and bringing this track to life, James.
But I'm gonna let my nephew speak on the part about how it was brought together. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you a little insight first.
Okay.
I used to stand at a cell door and I took a verse out of the Bible, Psalm Psalms 25, chapter 25, verse 1 through 4, and it starts off by saying, "Unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul." And I used to say that every day, knowing that one day that if I keep on saying it enough, that my prayers would be answered. And so I used to, and since my release, I would go to a body of water, because when I was a child, my mother used to ask me, how did it sound? And so I promised her once I was released that I would go to a body of water and I would say that verse. And so my nephew, with these young people, he had got together a team of young people, and they started looking over some of my letters that I had been writing, composing to myself and writing to my mother. And so he can answer that part about how they put together all that. Here you have live here, 3Z founder Terry.
Yes, how you doing, sir?
Hey, how are you, my man?
Well, good.
Well, talk to us a little bit about bringing this song together and everything.
Well, the song was composed by a group of people in the family of Three's Music House. We took all the letters and poems and some of the things that James has told us through the last couple of years that we've been together, and we put it all together, and we sat in the room for 5 days, and we wrote the song, composed the song, and finished the song. It took us probably like a month, and everybody put different inputs in. But everything that was wrote on the song is from James's own words and writings. So we just added to James's greatness and, just added a little sauce to it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I've been asking a lot of questions about these songs and other songs and this "Mama, Can You Hear Me" song. It's just a letter of me talking to my mother, because she never could hear my voice. You know what I'm saying? So like I said in the beginning, I used to just sit down and write and hold conversations within these letters, as if I could give them to my mother and she can receive them, and then we can talk back and dialogue, and it just became something like a melody. But it was just really a conversation I was having, if I could have with my mother, if she could hear it.
That is awesome. We have got a great guest with us today. He joins us live. James Gibson is with us. Mama, Can You Hear Me? It is a fantastic track. We are going to play it here in just a few moments. James is with us today here on our big broadcast. So, James, what's been the reception to this song so far? What kind of feedback have you gotten on the track?
Well, I've gotten a whole bunch of different type of feedbacks. I was walking down. Funny that you mentioned that. I was walking downtown in the city of Chicago, and a young doorman, he had said that he had heard my song that had made him cry, and I had stopped him in a moment. I said, I don't want nobody to take my song as a sad song, and I want him to cry. And I told him that I was sorry that he had felt that way, that he was crying, but that I was just having a conversation with my mother. And so he had asked me, "What you mean a conversation with your mother?" And so it's kind of hard for people to understand and to grasp what I'm really trying to say. I come up on an era, they didn't have a prognosis or a diagnosis of what they call like handicap or disability. You know what I mean? My mother was deaf. She couldn't hear. You know what I'm saying? And so all of my music, all of my writing is just a conversation. It's not to be a sad conversation. It's just a conversation. If you was having a conversation with your mother, if you was having a conversation with your father, if you was having a conversation with your grandmother, your grandfather, or if you was having a conversation with a friend. My mother was my friend. You know what I'm saying? And they had took me from my family at a young age, and I couldn't talk to her no more. And so I just used to write letters if I was having a conversation with her. And so people kind of trying to understand it and grasp what it is. It is what it is. She couldn't hear. And so I was just talking to myself as if I was talking to my mother, but she couldn't answer these questions. And so it became melodies. It became songs. It became something that I was just communicating with that my mother couldn't hear.
We have got a great guest with us today. He joins us live here on our broadcast, James Gibson. He is amazing. So, James, how do people get your music online? Where would be a good spot for people to buy your music or get involved with what you're doing?
Well, my song is streaming on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple, on all the platforms.
Fantastic. Well, we are going to do this. I'm going to place you on a brief hold here on the telephone, and we're going to play this track. And when we come back, we will have more. Here is the track. It's called Mama, Can You Hear Me? It's by our guest, James Gibson. And we will be back after the song.
Can you hear me now? Will they break me down? All my life I've been on trial. Hold my breath and close my eyes. Feel the cold come every night. My feet, they keep me on the ground. I've been talking to myself. 10,000 letters on the shelf. If I change, I'll change for me. Till the day they set me free. Had to play the cards I'm dealt. Mama, can you hear me? I look in the mirror and only see myself. I shouldn't be here at the end of the road. Just my shadow and me. I know you hear me now, can't break me down. I'm on the land, take a look around. I can breathe the air again, dig my feet into the sand. Who knew the silence would be so loud? Hear my prayers and hear my song. Read the letters that I wrote. You can try to silence me, but my story sets me free. Feel the sun through the open doors. Mama, I can feel you. I hope that you hear me. And I hope I made you proud. You should still be here, headed down a new road. Mama, watch over me.
And so today, I'm at the ocean, mama, I'm at the ocean, mama, I'm at the ocean, mama. I'm here. And so, I kept a promise. I'm keeping a promise to my mama. I told her, upon my release, she's going to the ocean because she wanted to go to the ocean. And so I told her every year upon my birthday, I'm going to go to an ocean somewhere on this planet, and I'm going to sing the song that kept me strong and standing by a cell door for all these years. So today I want to sing this song for you, mama. Unto the O Lord, do I lift up my soul. Unto the O Lord, do I lift up my soul. Oh my God, I trust in thee. Let me not be afraid. Let not my enemies triumph. I'm here, mama. I made it.
Still looking for a freelancer? We're still the...
That is Mama, Can You Hear Me? And we are going to go back to our guest. He is going to join us live here on our big broadcast. James Gibson back with us here on our big program. So, James, this song, absolutely amazing. What is next for you as an artist?
Well, right now, I'm finna drop, my new book coming out called The Get Up Time to Ride. I got some collaborations with the great Don Carlos, reggae legend. We writing a salsa song. I got a rap song I did with artist C40 the Boss out of Slumdog, collaboration with 3Z Music House. You know what I'm saying? I got my own show, James Gibson on the land, where I go across the nation and I highlight, I've been, practicing and filing constitutional law for 33 years. I've been bringing home blacks, whites, Hispanics, It doesn't matter what color skin they've been. I've been in court since 1989, filing to the Supreme Court, the appellate court, the federal courts, the courts of appeal, the Seventh Circuit, post-convictions, you know what I'm saying? And so what's next for me as an artist is, you know, I'm in collaboration with Wayfair Studios, Universal Studios. You know, I got a movie deal in collaboration. You know, so much going on with my foundation. You know what I'm saying? Is one of the number one focuses, the Clara and the James Gibson Foundation. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing to the land the first of its kind, a digital archive of content of all of these cases across the United States, of these wrongful convictions, these malicious prosecutions, you know what I'm saying, and these torture cases, since I be standing as the first African American in this nation's history where they ever ruled torture since the abolishment of slavery. My case says president. I'm James Gibson 1, I'm James Gibson 2, I'm James Gibson 3. And so as an artist, as they call me, you know what I'm saying, so I'm not a singer, I'm not a dancer. It's just that I've been composing these things because I've been wanting to talk to my mother, which I never had a chance to talk to her. And so now we singing, and I'm singing to her. So the next for me is my next song would be, you know what I'm saying, an R&B song that I've created with another artist.
Fantastic. Well, James, you are amazing. You are a powerful individual, my friend. I'll have to say. Thanks for making some time for us today. Thanks for coming on our big broadcast and chatting with us. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Have yourself a blessed day, my friend. Appreciate it.
I just want to say this, you know, out there to Kansas City, all my supporters, all those who have been following James Gibson on the land, all those who've been plugging James Gibson, Instagram, 635, all those who've been following us, the 3Z Music House, you know what I'm saying, and collaboration with Slum Dogs and all these entities that we're dealing with, James Grant Consulting, the Clara and the James Gibson Foundation, which is I Am James Gibson, you know what I'm saying. I need your support as I head to L.A., you know what I'm saying, to accept donations, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to build this digital archive, first of its kind, STEM technology. The book is finna, you know, drop. You know, I'm just in so many different collaborations, and I've all been doing this, not only just start doing this, but for 33 years I've been on the land, you know what I'm saying. I've never judged. It's okay to be different. You know what I'm saying? This is what my music is all about as an artist. I want people to take from this love. Until we as a people learn and instill that which instills love in us, then we'll be out of all this other stuff.
Well, I've got to go. My next guest is calling, James, but thank you for being with us, my friend.
Thank you, my friend.
Appreciate it, my friend. There he goes. That is James Gibson. We will take a time out. Our next guest, fired up and on the way.